Paragliding Show, brought to you in conjunction with Paramotor Magazine, with your hosts, Michael Purdy, Jeff Going, Bob Armand, and Paul Anthem.
Welcome to the Powered Paragliding Show. I'm Michael Purdy, and we're here with Milton Santiago and Mike Robinson. Hi, guys. How you doing, Milton?
Oh, how you doing? Great. Nice to hear you.
Good. And you're in Puerto Rico?
Yes, we are in the best and the beautiful island in the Caribbean, Puerto Rico.
Excellent. And Mike Robinson, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks, Mike.
Good. And you're at your home base in Northern California?
We're at home base.
Excellent. And in the next segment, we're going to talk about a pretty amazing adventure trip that you guys are going to take to Alaska. But right now, let's get to know Milton a little bit. Milton, how long have you been flying?
I've been flying for 10 years already, and I opened my school 7 years ago already, and I've been Paragliding dealer for 7 years already.
Have you really?
So, yeah.
That's excellent.
Amazing.
I met you at the Salton Sea Fly, and I remember your voice, and I remember watching you guys fly. You had several people there from your part of the world.
Yes, actually, in my school, in my club, I have about 265 members and about 185 PPG pilots in the island. And free fly, I have about 65, 70 pilots of free flights.
Wow, you're busy.
Pretty sure, yes. The sport is getting increased every year here in Puerto Rico. They know in the sport, they know about the safety of the sport they are. And I have plenty of people looking for taking the classes. And actually, I have from 9 years old pilot to a 78 years old pilot in my club.
Wow. And of all the things that you teach, is powered paragliding, how fast is that growing compared to everything else?
Well, actually, they're going very, very fast because they found that PPG paramotor is a more safety way to fly and enjoy the air. So here in Puerto Rico, the sport, we started about 10 years ago, the sport here, and every year is getting increasing more faster. More people are interested in flying this type of aircraft very safely.
All right. And so you have people from Puerto Rico, obviously, but do you get people from other parts of the world as well?
Actually, yes. For example, next week is another guy. I'm going to be in Alaska, but my assistant here in Puerto Rico have a guy from North Carolina coming to Puerto Rico, but for vacation, and he contacted me. So in 1 week, I have to give him some lesson and try to bring him up to be flying.
So you teach classes in both Spanish and English?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Both language.
How do you do your training? Do you do wheels training first and then also provide foot launch, or how do you do it?
Actually, I'm training and also in dragging wheel and also on foot launch. And also, I'm the only instructor here in Puerto Rico, certified by PPG USPA, and the only instructor I have a simulator flight that's helped my student very, very, very loud to give it some more confidence before the first takeoff.
Right, that's good. What else, Mike? You have any other questions for Milton?
No, I'm just looking forward to hooking up with him next week, and I think he's going to meet us actually in Seattle. Arnon Luffy, myself, Wayne and Susie Mitchell, and Rick Hallows are all going to meet in Seattle, and then from Seattle we take off for Juneau.
Right, and then let's go ahead and talk about that right now. So you have people from Israel, Puerto Rico, U.S., and Canada on this trip, I understand.
Yeah, Arnon Luffy's here. Say hello, Arnon.
Hello, how are you doing?
Hey, Arnon, how are you doing?
I'm pretty good.
Good. So tell us about this trip. What's the objective and where you're going and what are you doing?
Well, the objective is to fly an area that nobody's ever flown before, at least that we're aware of. We're going to be flying into Juneau, as I mentioned. A 54-foot boat is going to pick us up at the Juneau Harbor. We've got about approximately an 8-hour boat ride. We get to Gustavus, and then that's our home base. From there, we go south across the sound to Mud Bay, and then we'll head back north to Dundas Bay, and then we eventually end up in Glacier Bay. So we'll have about 8 days of flying from 6 o'clock in the morning to roughly 10 o'clock at night.
Wow.
And it's not your typical locale like you think of Alaska. Where we're going is a lot of pasture land or pasture type land, a lot of riverbeds, a lot of open glaciers.
Hey, Mike, we're kind of losing you. Can you get the mic a little closer to your mouth?
How's that?
That's tremendously better. Okay.
Okay, sorry. Anyway, so we'll be at those 3 locations for approximately 2.5 days each. Typically, you think of Alaska as tall trees, steep banks, and rocks as big as Volkswagens, and then the water. Well, in this case, we're actually flying sandy beaches, big pasture meadows, and in fact, we're going to be going up the Dundas River, which is a pretty good-sized river, and it goes about 20 miles, and there's about 35 or 40 yards of sand on either side of it.
Wow.
So we'll be going all the way up the Dundas River and back. But
All right.
kind of a unique expedition. We're doing a lot of videography, a lot of still picture taking, and to fly off a 54-foot boat is pretty cool.
Right.
There will be no cars, there's no people, there's nothing out there.
All right. Hey, Milton, are you excited?
Very excited. Now they mention, remember, I'm in the middle of the very hot sun. Right now, the temperature here in Puerto Rico is 92 degrees. So for me, it's a big change. And it's going to be very, very excited. So everything is set up here in Puerto Rico to take off on next Tuesday and meet all you guys there and have some fun.
So you guys are going to report in from the road, right?
Yeah, actually, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So I'm excited, and I'm going to be using the new engine 120 Black Hawk, the same engine that I use in California, Salton Sea.
Excellent.
I am 225 pounds, and that engine worked for me very fine, very easy, and they fly like a baby.
Excellent. All right. All right, Mike, anything else to add?
No. Well, yes, actually. Brian here in the office will be monitoring our locations via GPS, and we'll be putting that out on the website to show some pictures of where we are, maybe a little video of where we are, what we're doing,
Right.
And kind of provide like a litter of waypoints as to where we've come and where we're going.
Brian will be with you, though.
I know Brian's staying here in the office.
Oh, I thought he was going to go. Okay.
Sorry, Brian.
Sorry, Brian. All right. All right. We're about out of time. We're going to come back and talk to Arnon in a minute. But I'm Michael Purdy. You're listening to the Powered Paragliding Show at worldppg.com.
Paramotor Magazine is the global English language magazine for paramotor, paratrike, and powered hang glider pilots. Read by passionate pilots in over 50 countries, its glossy color pages are packed with adventures, reviews, technology, and advice from the world's best pilots. Visit paramotormag.com